Hey, how y'all doing out there today? Listen, I see people talking about our toxic environment, our rivers dead, our oceans dead, plastic everywhere. Besides all that, I kind of started thinking about it, and it really got me upset because I hear so many excuses about certain things, and they're excuses. Blatantly on borderline cowardice. It's borderline freaking cowardice, y'all. But you've been programmed into two lies. And one of them is, it's not my job, not my mess, not my problem. And the other one is, I'm just doing my job. Well, hell, I want to tell you what, I'm going to start with the second one first. Just doing my job. So all the people that work for energy, the pipelines, the fracking, the military, the corporations, Monsanto's, Halliburton, the so-called medical industry, the doctors, the teachers, you're just doing your job, huh? So a kid don't act right in your class. You send them to the doctor. They put them on Ritalin, and the doctor says, "Well, I'm just doing my job. I'm gonna calm this kid down by giving them amphetamines." And they give the prescription to the teacher. She puts it in her drawer, and she's just doing her job by giving this kid amphetamines to keep him a zombie in her class. Well, that's not doing your job. That's destroying a young mind and a child's life. Our future, my future. How about that? Let me get greedy for a minute. Let me get selfish. I'm worried about my future and my children's future because of what's going on with the children today, because they are the future. But you're just doing your job. The police officers out there, you're just doing your job. When you beat somebody down, when you profile another human being because of their color or the length of their hair or how they're dressed or their political affiliation, wow, you're just doing your job. When you murder people in the streets that are unarmed, wow. And all you people out there working for big energy, I understand, or big oil, I understand that you got to make a living, but dying ain't much of a living. Killing the planet that you live on, that your children have to live on, is no living. You're creating death. When you go and dump coal sludge into rivers, when you build these pipelines where 100% of pipelines leak. No, you're not doing your job. You're not making a living. And then you sit there and say, well, if they leak, that's not my problem. That's the engineer's problem. That's a psyop lie. That is what keeps you being the little man. That keeps you powerless. That keeps you a coward. That keeps you living in fear. It's not your job. It's not your responsibility. I didn't make that mess. I didn't put all them plastic bottles in the Pacific Ocean. I didn't cover the Caribbean with plastic. I hadn't destroyed third world countries so I could have gasoline in my car. That ain't my problem. No, that ain't my issue. These planes going out here and jumping these soldiers off. Oh, well, that's just the government, man. They just doing what they do, going and stealing somebody else's oil. That's not my problem. Everything that happens around you is your problem. Everything that happens around you is your responsibility. And it's your damn job. It is your job to fix it. You walk by a piece of paper, I don't care who laid it out there. You pick it up. You see where there was a car wreck and they left glassing all over the street, and you don't want your kids in it, and you're like, oh man, them cleanup crew didn't clean it up good. Go out there and clean it up. That is your job. This planet is your job. These children is your job. And nothing is too big for you unless you let your little mind think it's too big for you. I'm tired of it. This is why we are in the shape we're in now. The war for the mind has been the most important war out there, and they are winning it. They are winning the war for the mind. A small few amount of people have convinced billions of people that it ain't your job. It ain't your problem, and that you're just doing your job. Hey, the guy that works at the waterworks, when you're pouring that bag of fluoride into your community's water system, you're just doing your job, huh? No, you just poisoned your community. You get it now? I see anybody out there that's a good person. It's what you do when nobody else is looking. Picking up a piece of trash, talking to a young child when they're confused or needing some help, some guidance, feeding somebody, talking to a friend or a stranger that you see crying, seeing a lady. The one that really got me, the reason I'm really fired up right now, is watching the video of that 78-year-old woman having that punk-ass son of a bitch come up and kick her in the face 3 or 4 times, and everybody on the damn bus or the train or whatever it was just sits there and films it. Nobody went up and beat the dog shit out of this man. Nobody went off and pushed him away. Nobody went off and said, hey, brother, what the hell you doing? No, we all sit and watch because it ain't our problem. It ain't our problem that your grandmother just got the shit beat out of her because some idiot. Wow. I am completely mind blown on these two concepts you have been spoon fed and programmed into your mind. Everything is your job. Everything is your responsibility. You were put on this planet to be a steward for this planet. Not to destroy it, not to let others destroy it, not to say, oh, this is too big for me, I can't handle it. You got to wake up to your own inner power. You got to wake up to who you are. Start being you. Quit emulating. Why do you think they put all these cowards and these fake-ass rich people out there and these comfortable, cushy lifestyles that make you a fat hog in a pen? And you look at it and you say, I want to be a fat hog in a pen. I want to be like that guy. I want to be like that woman. Why don't you be like you? What would you do if you saw a little child crying in the street? What would you do if you saw somebody hungry and you had a little bit of food on you? What would you do if you saw a toxic spill or a fracker or a pipeline coming through somebody's backyard? What if you saw children with little lesions all over their skin from drinking fracked out water? You'd go teach the people how to clean their water. You teach them to plant mushrooms around the toxic areas so the mushrooms absorb the toxins. You'll teach them to live. That this planet, these children are all of our responsibility. Disease, sick children. 53% of our children now. It was 51% last year. 53% of our children have a chronic illness. You're not taking care of your children. But see, you see everything around you and you say, that's too big. Bill, I can't stop that. Oh man, Monsanto's, they just run rampant. Halliburton, oh, I can't stop these offshore oil rigs. I can't stop, boy. Well, no, I guess you can't. And you can't do nothing because your thumb's stuck up your ass and your brain's full of fear. Fear is a disease. Knowledge is the cure. But don't tell me it's your job. You're just doing your job anymore. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that cowardly excuse that you're just doing your job. And I don't ever want to hear from any of y'all ever again about how some problem's too big for you, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have the resources, or we all got to unite. We got to get everybody on board. Wow! You got to have everybody in the world to get your back. No, you got your back. You get your back. You get your children's back. You take back your lives. You know what's right. Why do you think they're even going to do the right thing when they sold out your country and you got a fracking rig in your backyard and the pipeline's going up your ass and oil spills and gas spills and toxic shale oil all over the place? It is a program. That 8 billion kissed the ass of a few thousand. Wow. Wow.